Palm Bay, Malabar, not concerned about any impacts as this is moving up towards the northwest pretty quickly. We are watching around Melbourne, West Melbourne, then Melbourne Beach up towards Indian Harbor Beach for those potential impacts. We'll stop it and we'll show you a better idea of what, again, we're looking at. So two areas that we are watching, but one is pretty prominent. It is just off the coast of Canova Beach, Indian Atlantic Beach. This is the area right here that we really need to watch. Not warned just yet, but once this starts to move closer to shore, it looks like it will potentially be warned. And in fact, the National Weather Service is saying that they are keeping a close eye on that rotation as well. So as soon as they get it on shore, that's when they warn. So just a better perspective, it's almost about 3 miles off the coastline. So that's the first couplet that we're watching. The second couplet that we're watching, if you go right around Melbourne Beach, is also about 3 miles off of the coastline. So we have two couplets that we're watching. No active tornado warning just yet, but once this moves ashore, I imagine they would immediately issue that tornado warning.
Let's do this. Let's take a look at one of our tower cams. Actually, it's a DOT shot. This is, what is that, 502 US 1. You know, my biggest concern here is the fact that this is the scenario in Brevard County just as it is around most of the area. It's pouring, it's cloudy, it's windy, right? The difference between this and a tornado would be an incredible uptick of wind really, really quickly. And that's why we're here. It's not a matter of if there's damaging winds in the forecast or around. We've already seen power outages in Brevard County, but looking outside here, you get the idea the whole county is just kind of rotten. But when we take a look at that live radar data, again, it's a rain-wrapped scenario. Let's just kind of get our bearings here. You know, the rotation is in this big mass of rain. Tropical systems are so unique because tornadoes don't kind of happen the same way they do during afternoon storms, okay? There's the red, there's the green. It is broadly rotating. We've seen a better signature on this a little earlier. So what is it? It's about 2.5 miles offshore. If it's moving at 25 miles an hour, you can kind of interpolate that to say that in the next couple of minutes' time, around 518 in Canova Beach, right along A1A here, we've got at the very least a rotating storm coming on in. It looks like the rotation has loosened up just a little bit. Let's do this. Kellyanne's going to put a storm track on this. It's moving at what, about 25 or so miles an hour. So based on that, Satellite Beach, at least be ready to get into your tornado safe room. Indian Harbor Beach by 10:34, so about the next 10 minutes or so. Patrick Shores at 10:42, Rockledge at 11:12, and Cocoa at 11:18. This is going to be the pattern that we see today. These little waves of energy that come in, big downpours that we've been experiencing, but every now and then there's going to get a little kink. It's a little added energy, and that's enough to get the rotation. You can see very clearly from our rotation tracker the shades of yellows and greens and reds. So we're kind of on the lower end of rotation, but it's still there. And the concern is circulations are diminishing as they head toward the coast for now, Timothy over at the National Weather Service is saying. So that's a good trend. I want to stay with this for at least another couple, 2-3 minutes and just make sure as it works closer and closer to the shoreline that it doesn't retighten. Because sometimes when these storms hit the coastline, the dynamics change, right? It's kind of like friction making it over land. And so I just want to make sure that this doesn't get any feistier as it comes ashore, and then we can get back to the rest of our coverage here, okay? Let's do this, though, Kellyanne. For a couple of moments, let's just come up to the north toward Cocoa Beach, because these brighter shades of green, that is big wind, okay? A lot of people have been tweeting and Facebooking about the kind of wind that we're seeing. Now, keep in mind, these numbers here, these are more kind of upstairs because of the way that the radar scans, but you're talking about gusts already in that 45, 50 mile per hour range, okay? We've seen power outages and have been holding steady power outages in Brevard County, over 1,000 people for some time. And it makes sense. As they repair some lines, other lines go down. But this is that next wave of energy. And like we've been saying all morning long, each of these waves that come in, one by one, is going to be a little stronger, 40 mile per hour. Then the next one's 45 miles per hour. Then the next one is 50 miles per hour. So Kellyanne, each one of these little areas will be quote unquote suspect. We're going to have to put on our meteorological caps for sure today.
Absolutely. You know, these are outer rain bands from Ian. We've been talking all morning about how there is that potential to see some rotation and even the potential for tornadoes along Brevard County into Orange County, Seminole County. Right now, Metro looking pretty good, not seeing any rotation there. We've been keeping a pretty close eye on, though, out in those cells in the Atlantic, because there's so little friction. There's very little friction over water. That allows for, when you couple it with a tropical system, more rotation in the atmosphere. That's why we see those cells tighten up pretty quickly. And also keep in mind, with some of these cells, you might not even be able to see them because there's just so much rain coming down. So we've been switching through our reflectivity product, through our velocity products, to see if we could see any rotation. And that's why we kind of hopped on here, is because we wanted to give you that first warning. We are called the first warning weather team after all. We wanted to give you that first warning to make sure that you know, in Brevard County off the coast of Malvern Beach, Satellite Beach, even Canova Beach, that we are watching this potential rotation. And as soon as it comes on shore, it will be issued as a tornado warning. Now, National Hurricane Center is also seeing that the rotation has weakened just a bit, but again, once it directly moves over land, that could change. It could encounter more friction, which in turn would also help to spin more of what we're already seeing, that rotation. So something to watch for now. No active tornado warning in place. Still scanning through our velocity products, and you could still see that there is some rotation getting closer to Indian Atlantic Beach and Indian Harbor Beach, but it's not on shore just yet. Let's go back and see how far away it is from the coastline. Okay, so within the past about 10 minutes or so, it was about 3 miles. It's less than 2.5 miles out away from the shoreline now. So if this still holds together, and if that rotation is still pretty tight, they would likely issue that tornado warning, mostly for Indian Harbor Beach, Satellite Beach, but no active warning just yet. Something that we'll have to watch and see. Of course, the National Weather Service is also watching that very closely as well. And as we go throughout the day today, you get a little bit more heating, you get a little bit more instability, and then you also get Ian's rain bands filtering in. That is what we are going to be watching each and every hour here at WESH 2, especially overnight tonight, once we get the core of Ian moving through.
All right, so Kellyanne, just looking at that velocity product, it's not as tight as it was, but it has not given up on itself. And so, as you had mentioned with that friction, as this works ashore, Canova Beach, Indian Harbor Beach, in this area here, let's just zoom in and start talking about some of the areas. If it was a tornado, it would be a weak one, but there's definitely going to be a big push of energy. So let's just look at some of these roads. Coral Way, there's Nightingale Drive, Paradise Boulevard, may not be the most paradise today. Stephen Patrick, there's Terry Street, just got a new frame. Let's take a look at that velocity and just kind of see. Yeah, it's a real weak couplet here, but over the next few minutes' time, it's going to be coming ashore. And forgive me, folks, I just want to make sure that this doesn't come in and get a little feisty on us. So this is the kind of environment, we know that this environment is prone to producing tornadoes, okay? Overnight, we saw multiple tornado warnings and actual tornadoes down in South Florida. All right, there's Pine Tree Drive, Indian Harbor Beach. We're over toward Rosada Street. There's Maple Drive, Elm Avenue. This is A1A. So all of these areas on the barrier island of Brevard County, while not under a tornado warning, there is an interesting cell here, this little kink of energy as it's working on in. And in addition to just the gusty winds and the rain, we're going to be watching for these little pinhole areas of rotation. It's kind of looking, Kellyanne, like it's getting a bit weaker, yeah?
Yeah, I would agree. And actually, I'm trying to scan through some of the other radar sites because it looks like maybe something else was trying to develop just north of that. I was looking at this one just north of the second one that we were talking about. So the original one has cleared, has faded. We're talking about the second one that is still pretty much holding together. Then there's one that could be some radar interference, but just something to watch for now. But really watching that one that is just off the coast of Canova Beach and Indian Harbor Beach. So let's go to some of our other radar sites just to double check. We always want to make sure that we are giving you the latest and greatest information, and of course the most accurate as well. So looking at our other radar products, not looking like we're getting a good read just because the other radar sites are so far away. So Melbourne is going to be our radar site that will really begin to pick up. Let's switch to shear swath. So rotation tracker, okay, shear rate. Yeah, it's picking up on some of that rotation that we were just talking about in the shear rate. So this is the original one that we were talking about. This is the other one that we're going to be watching as well. So let's just say that there's two areas to watch still off the coastline. National Weather Service not saying anything about this yet, but Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's tightening up a little bit, that one to the north, Eric.
Yeah, let's do this in the control room. Before we go to it, let's pop off that for a second. Let's put WSI 1 in behind me. I just want to show you something. Kellyanne, I feel like the WSI algorithm is actually handling it a bit better. Look at this. You can see there's something different about that cell, right? That's what we're looking for. There's something different. It's spinning. Just overall motion is spinning. So watch it coming in, okay? It may not be a tornado when it gets in. It may just be a real circulation, but let's just play cautious, okay? This is the environment that we're in. So Satellite Beach, again, just know this. If you live there, you should be in your safe area anyway because we've got a hurricane heading our direction. But watching this loop, at the very least, there is a broad rotation coming ashore. The Weather Service has not issued anything. They posted there's a new tropical depression out there. That's great. Not even worrying about that. But there's the rotation. It's right in there. The red, that's winds going in one direction. The green is winds going in another direction. This is the Doppler mode of the Doppler radar. And it's the tool that has given us the ability to not only look for tornadoes developing, but give advanced warning. And we're on the air here, not because there is a tornado on the ground, but because the Doppler radar is giving us indication that there is rotation. So Kellyanne's going to put a track on this as it moves off in that general direction. 1034 Indian Harbor Beach. So we've got another minute or two until this kind of moves on in, all right? Satellite Beach by 1037, South Patrick by 1040, and Peneda by 1057. Again, we've not gotten any confirmation here, but my concern is if you live in these neighborhoods, it's gusty already. It's pouring, torrential downpour, and then you get this little thing coming in. Look at that. Isn't that interesting? There's definitely something there. I think that us being on here is 100% warranted, Kellyanne. You know, knowing the environment, seeing that spin, let's just watch this as it comes in, right?
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. So when we were looking at that, we were saying, hey, something to watch, something to watch. But what's interesting, since we've been on talking about this same exact area, not one, not two, but three areas to watch. So this just goes to show you the kind of setup that we're in for today. It's going to be quick moving. If anything were to drop down, let's say it's a tornado, quick moving tornadoes, rain wrapped tornadoes. This isn't a situation that's going to be lingering for hours and hours on the ground. It's going to be, okay, we drop and then we go up, and then another tornado drops and then we go up. So that's kind of the situation that we're going to be dealing with as we go throughout the day today. Let's kind of zoom on out and show you what we're dealing with right now. Again, no no warning here, but we are in a tornado watch for Brevard County, Seminole County, Orange County, Polk, and Osceola counties. And I just want to remind you, a watch means that conditions are favorable for a tornado to develop. A warning means that there is a tornado, and right now we are not seeing any warning as of yet, but there are going to be some spin-ups out in the Atlantic that we're looking at. Really just this entire area right here could potentially spin up and then move into Brevard County. So watching it go from a coastal location, potentially inland. This is very interesting. Watching this one cell right here, typically when you see a lot of lightning within a thunderstorm, that means that the storm is intensifying. So watching this one cell way off the shoreline, that looks like it's intensifying. But in terms of what we're looking at right now for velocity, looks like things are okay. We're going to zoom on in right
back
here.
at WSI. I think that in their more aliasing property, look at this on WSI 1 near Indian Harbor Beach. You know, you've got your main circulation, then you've got these other little areas around it. So you know, as this cluster of stormy weather comes in, there's going to be, just like you said, Kellyanne, it's like this one's wanting to spin, and then this one maybe gets the atmospheric energy, and then this one's kind of takes over. So from about the Patrick Space Force Base all the way down to 192 there in Melbourne, new sweep coming through. And again, you know, it's like this one's starting to weaken, this one's starting to look a little bit better. So this is a cluster of nastier storms coming in Satellite Beach to South Patrick. And if you're just joining us, the reason that we're staying here is because we've got a bit of a developing situation. Big torrential downpours coming in to the tune of roughly more like 2 to 3 inches of rain per hour, okay? We've got a little bit of interference because this is so close to the radar, but there is a definite area of shear coming in, and so because of that, the barrier island here in Brevard County, we deem it necessary to be on to warn you. And we would do the exact same thing if there was rotation in your neighborhood, whether you're in a populated or unpopulated, relatively speaking, area. But look at this live radar feed. It is a big downpour. And in that big downpour, we're finding these little kinks of energy. So the concern is that you'd go from a gusty tropical downpour to a tornado, a real big uptick in the energy. It's a mess right now, so maybe it's just kind of hanging out off the shoreline. Let's stay with this the next couple of minutes. Make sure as it crosses the shoreline that it doesn't get going. But yeah, look at that. There's a little kink right there. Then you've got the little one right in here, and there's just these little pieces, right? And everything's working in. There's Tropical Trail, just to give you your bearings. Patrick Space Force Base, Satellite Beach. We're out near the airport. The Melbourne Airport is down here, just off of O'Galley, of course. That's where this radar is sweeping, and we've got very clear pocket of stronger winds, if nothing else, about to come in around Palm Drive. There's DeSoto Parkway. There's the Banana River. We're talking Martesio Way. At the very least, another 40-mile-per-hour wind gust. There's 46-mile-per-hour wind there, and it's almost, maybe that's range folding, but we've registered a 47-mile-per-hour wind gust already this morning in Brevard County. This would obviously be higher than that, and this goes along with the whole trend of each little wave of energy. Each little wave of energy is just a little bit stronger, Kellyanne.
Yeah, so let's go back to Lynx 1. I want to show you our latest rotation tracker on one of the cells that we were just talking about. So you could start to see some of that rotation getting closer to Canova Beach. No, I've been keeping my eyes glued to the National Weather Service's chat. No active tornado warning just yet, but we are starting to see some rotation. And when we zoom on in, we could see more of that rotation pretty much parallel right across the way from State Highway 518 in Canova Beach. That's where we're seeing some of the rotation. Once it moves onshore, immediately it would trigger a tornado warning, but we're not seeing any tornado warnings right now. Going back to the velocity product, you could still see it. It is just off of the coastline. So I'd have to imagine, let's say within the next about 15 minutes to 20 minutes, that it would move onshore to Indian Harbor Beach, up towards St. Patrick's Drive, all the way through Tropic and County Road 3. And if that were to hold together, potentially into Palm Shores.